Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, everyone. So right now in Malaysia it's 12 p.m. Um, should I share my slides to you guys? Right,
Yes,
right, okay.
yes,
Yeah.
please. Okay.
Yes.
Right, okay. So, so the topic that I like to share with you guys is the usage of linguistic cues among online groomers in grooming their victims. Right. So before I talk more about this topic, I would like to differentiate the key definition of concept between pedophiles and child sex offenders. Now, basically, when it comes to pedophile, we talk about mental health problem. So there is a survey in Europe, particularly in Germany. It stated that 1% of the total population in Germany, there is a pedophiles, and there are certain numbers of people in Germany. They also are child sex offenders. So basically, when it comes to pedophile, they are mental health problem. When it comes to child sex offenders, they are having a self-moral problem. I'm not trying to say that pedophiles doesn't have any moral problem, but when it comes to pedophile matters, they have this kind of two distinguished matters to discuss, which is whether are you are you going to let yourself to be into that state, or are you going to get some help, you know? So basically, when it comes to this matter, it's the same thing as sexual preference for children, boys or girls or both, usually or pre-pubertal or early pubertal age. And this kind of nature leads to disastrous effects on children, mental well-being and development, that persistent adulthood, and may lead to structural and functional changes in children's brain. So, so this is something about pedophile and child sex offenders. All right. So online grooming has been prevalent for the past years in the most countries. It has been a major concern in Malaysia, especially in Malaysia right now. Um, According to Barber and Batas 2014 definition of online grooming is a describing of someone who is building an emotional connection with children for sexual abuse or exploitation through the usage of online platform. So when it comes to this matter, Shuko stated that online grooming is still efficacy in stage in Malaysia despite having increased number of reported cases. So I would like to bring you back like 10 years ago, whereby when it comes to child sex matters, you know, pedophile matters, when when cases happen, it involved between family members, like uncles, you know, having this kind of action with their nieces, with their, you know, with someone that they know within their own circle. But as technology progress, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp, we have, you know, whatever these social platform. It seems like their act is limitless. You know, they can go beyond their border, you know, to do whatever that they can do. And there seems to be a growing number of underage Malaysian girls being groomed and lured by sexual predators through mobile chats apps such as Facebook Messenger, WeChat, and BeeTalk, and then sexually assaulted. All this caused because of curiosity, you know, as what they say, curiosity kills the cat, right? And between 2010 and 2015, there has been a staggering 300,000 cases, sorry, 300% case increases in the internet related to rape and crimes. So I would like to talk to you guys about sexual offences law in Malaysia, actually. Yeah. So basically, Children Act 2017 is quite a young law. You know, it's quite young law. You know, was passed in Parliament. However, the implementation of this law has its loophole due to the delay in the issuance of medical reports, lack of manpower, and cooperation hindered enforcement. Sex education in Malaysia is considered as a taboo, as a taboo matters to discuss. there has been some kind of move to teach sex education in Malaysia, but however, it has been against certain religious body, as they say, it's not appropriate. But as for me personally, I would feel that, to have sex education is very very important, so that we can give like a highlight, so that this kind of cases can be decreased. Um, if I would like to compare between my country and my neighbor country, let's look at Singapore for instance. If I send a dirty text to underage group, the minimum that I will be sentenced is minimum. I would say I'm not talking about maximum sentence. Minimum sentence is 10 years, 10 to 15 years. However, in Malaysia, we don't look at the process. We look at the action that they are doing. Meaning here, if let's say if I'm the groomer and then I groom the child through online, and then I meet her and then I do something bad, they're looking at the action of the end action, not looking at the process. So this is something that is how to say, a major concern in Malaysia, and not many young parents know about this. And then so the law is under Act 792, Sexual Offences Against Children Act 2017. It covers on child pornography, sexually groom a child, sexually assault, extra punishment if you are someone that child trusts, punishment on reporting a case. So the sentence becomes on whipping, imprisonment, and fine. You know. So the when it comes to a problem statement that pertaining to my study here is, first thing first, I would like to cover on a general matter here is, most parents victims are not aware of the online grooming process, and most cases involve the parents finding out the groomers either from their friend or finding evidence of their relationship and reporting directly to the police. All right. And then the second part here is significant to determine the usage of politeness strategy. What kind of politeness strategy that these groomers are using to lure their victims, and at the same time, what kind of lexical words of choices or phrases that the groomers used in order to build their trust and actually lure them. Within the process of online grooming, the groomer will try to use certain words, their magic words to hook the children, so that the children can trust them. So this is the problem statement. And then the problem statement here is, when it comes to the language matters here, um, basically a lot of research that been conducted in this area are more into psychological matters, which focus on the effect of the victims. But there is very, very few research matters that is doing on linguistic matters. I will consider myself as an early researcher who are doing this. I have a good relationship with police department, with certain victims, certain orphan houses that talks about that, that focus on this part, right? So, and then as I mentioned just now, most of the growing literature in this area has been predominantly been in the Western context, and then only a small handful of linguistic studies have been conducted using small sample data, which resulted less confidence, right? So the my objective of my study here is to identify the online grooming stages that groomers use within their victims, and to explore their choice of words or phrases that the groomers use to hold their conversation with the victims. Now, basically, this research is still undergo, all right. So this is the theoretical framework that I would like to use by Lorenzo Das. All right. So basically, as you can see here, we have three stages. We have access, attraction, and approach. And then in the level of attraction here, we have four strategies that these groomers they are using. I'm not trying to say that compliant testing will be the number one, deceptive trust will be number two. No. When I look at as you can see at the discourse, we can see that the it can be like, maybe in the compliant testing will become number one, sexual gratification become number one, meaning it doesn't put in order. you know. So within this entrapment level, these groomers will use certain words that be categorized into compliant testing, that be categorized as deceptive trial development, that be categorized as sexual gratification, or it can be categorized into isolation based on the language that they are using. So this is the token framework by using a Brown and Levinson politeness model. You know, I also would like to see um, what kind of politeness model, what kind of politeness strategy that these groomers use in order for them to lure their victims. All right. All right. So for my design here, I will using a qualitative approach, which is case study. My sampling method is purposive sampling. All right. And then I also going to use 15 text messages between online groomers and victims were selected from a website called Perverted Justice. All right. And then I also going to have a face-to-face interview with 20 pedophiles convicts from Kajang prison, along with a questionnaire before the interview starts. Now, as you can see here, there is a website called Perverted Justice, whereby that one is a particular website that that captured the dirty text between online groomers and their victims, and all of these are all police cases. Me myself right now, I'm trying really hard to get text messages from Malaysian police in order for me to analyze it. Right now, I just interviewed for at this level. I already interviewed 5 pedophile convicts from Kajang prison, because of the COVID cases, I know the process is pending. I'm still waiting for the green light in order for me to get my 20 pedophile convicts at Kajang prison. Kajang prison is the biggest prison in Malaysia, in Malaysia. So my research question here is, what are the online grooming stages that groomers use with their victims? I will be using a content analysis where I'm going to look at their where I'm going to look at their structure. I'm going to look at their lexical, and believe me, I'm going to look at the 15 online conversation, and I will say that for one online conversation, it's going to take me like a week for me to analyze, because it's very long. The thread is very long. I have from the start of the event up until the end of the being caught. You know, the data analysis is qualitative.
Presenter, you have 3 minutes left.
Right. So, and then what are the choice of words and phrases varying at the different levels of the conversation with the victim? Again, it's also content analysis. Right. So the significance of the study here is, I want to give awareness and disciplinary online time to assist the law enforcement, at the time give knowledge to the Malaysian society about this. Because why? Because online grooming methods, especially in Malaysia, is very serious matter. All right. So this is my reference. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the interesting information, and then the proposal, I would say, for to conduct the research. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Anyone wanna ask the questions or feedback before? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, then I will start, and if anyone would like to ask questions, just type in the chat or just turn on the video. Okay. I have one question just out of my curiosity, because COVID doesn't seem to go any sooner. So, and you mentioned that you are waiting for the green light to do the second part of your research. And you've done so far like 5 interviews, something. So how would you complete it? What is your plan B?
Right.
If the COVID still be until the entire year. So
I just had meet the people from Kajang prison, and they are, so basically right now our COVID number in Malaysia is is decreasing. Before this quite big, but because of the SOP implementation that been done here in Malaysia, the number is decreasing, and right now is in Ramadan session whereby most Malaysians are fasting, and next month is going to be we're going to celebrate festive season, and hopefully according to them, I will get my chance to interview them by the month of June.
Okay. Okay, if you have that hope, but if I were you, I would try to find a plan B, sorry to say, and I might get more of the, like 50 texts that you mentioned for the first one. I would expand it more. I will go more for that. I will try not to do the interview. I mean, just my idea. So anything is up to you. Okay. Anyone would like to ask the question? Any audience? I mean, any questions? We still have like 30 seconds left. Could you please turn on the microphone again?
Oh, we got the direct message. Okay.
Yes.
Wonder about the result of the research. So do you have the result of your study?
The result, I have I do have the data right now, but I haven't yet to analyze it.
It's in the process, right?
Right.
Yes.
Anyway, if you guys are into basically for my background, I'm into criminal language. I like to interview criminal, because before this I did research on love scam. I also do discourse analysis on drug pusher. This is something that I like to do. If you guys are interested in doing that, by all means, you can always contact me, and we can do like a cross cultural kind of research. And I think this kind of group of people, criminals language, is something that we need to discover. What I mean, like they are using a lot of jargon. They are using a lot of language. I mean, special language that can connect between each other. So yeah.
Okay. Then thank you very much